Good morning and Jai Hind, everyone. I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we will start. We will have two subsections today. One is communication related, and which is very important if you are preparing for defense services, especially the SSB part, because communication is key. If you are not prepared for a good way of communication, you cannot think of passing SSB interview. Okay, before we start, just a quick look at participants. Vijay, Sharvari, Shraddha, Shubham, Omkar, Subodh, then Karthik, Sudarshan. We have Farhad. Farhad, I think this is new name. Can I have introduction, Farhad? You can speak in Hindi also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are
Yes, sir. Good morning,
connecting
sir.
from?
My name is Farhad Yasin. One of my friend shared me this. Uh, Sorry, sir. I
Okay,
can't
okay. Go ahead, go ahead.
hear you.
Your friend is?
Yes, one of my friends shared me this link, so I thought of Mr. Sudarshan, sir.
Okay, okay. Sudarshan is there regular. Vijay. Okay. First part, I will share the screen.
Yeah, so I thought of yeah. I should
Got it, got it. Okay, Farad. Just pay attention. There will be, for some, it will be a little bit repetition, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
just pay
Yes, please.
attention, everyone, that this today's session is something which you feel simple, but it is not so. It is not simple. Okay, because we take it lightly and we make lot of mistakes. Can you see the presentation on your
Yes,
screen?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, communication is very important aspect in your day to day life. Can it be improved? Yes, it can be improved. There is no question about it. If someone is weak in language, someone is weak in confidence, someone is not able to really feel that confidence that I can communicate well, what can be done? You can really change everything. One should not be bothered about ki I cannot improve. Okay, if you are not able to see screen like this presentation, I hope everyone is able to see a slide where someone is standing and giving lecturette. This is the typical scenario in SSB. Okay, this is a very very typical scenario in SSB. Someone is standing here. You can see the screen and the cursor. If you are able to see screen, there is a candidate standing and giving a lecturette. Lecturette in the sense he is standing for lecturette. There is a GTO sitting behind the group, and this is the typical group where one by one a candidate gives lecturette. Preparation time is generally 3 minutes. So let's understand the nitty gritties. Before we reach this stage, what should be our preparation level? Okay. Before I move ahead, anyone who is not able to see a slide on mobile or laptop, whatever is your device on your screen. Everyone, I am assuming everyone is able to see.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine.
It is visible,
Okay,
sir.
visible na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, good. So when you are heading for such kind of environment, we will talk about basics about communication, body language, how you should be conducting there. So let's understand these basics. I am on a next slide now. Thought is destiny. This is something which you must understand before preparing for SSB. In fact, this is a process where one should be conscious throughout life how your personality shapes, how your personality shapes. Day to day life, whatever thought process comes to your mind, can it be controlled? It is debatable. 100% can you have control on your thoughts? Some people may say yes, some people may say partially one can control. Someone can say no, it is not in our control. But if you are really heading for good life, if you want to change the fortunes and destiny, you should be able to control your thoughts. At least you should be able to manipulate, you should be able to be in a position to shape your life. Okay, so from that perspective, let's talk about the first point, which is the top point, thought. So before thinking of officer like qualities, those 15 OLQs with which you are heading for SSB, and if you are not able to understand the basic seed of our personality, that is which kind of thoughts come to your mind, and can you really shape it, can you really change the way you think. So if you start believing that you can change the thinking pattern, there your journey starts. You must be able to control your thoughts, you must be able to understand that I want to become a reasonable level of leader. So for that, before you become a leader for outside world, you should be leader for yourself. Can you really control your thoughts? That is the biggest thing. And moment you start controlling your thoughts, and how it comes to the next stage, that is attitude. Thought, if you are able to control, your attitude changes. How? Suppose you get a thought that I must become little early riser, I must wake up little early, it will take time, you will take support of your parents or someone, and on your own you were not able to get up, but you start taking help, and after a couple of days you automatically get in control, and your attitude sets for things. You want to be an early riser, your attitude is setting up rightly for time management, for day management, for your own conduct and discipline. So thought comes and you work on it, your attitude is the next stage which is getting changed. And with minor changes in your thoughts and a little slow paced attitude change, your actions are getting now confirmed in line with your thoughts and daily pattern attitude. You want to improve upon initiative, you are a lazy person, and you get a thought that I must improve on my laziness, and you work on it, your attitude is setting right. So slowly your laziness gets away from you through your actions. You become little more disciplined, and your day to day actions You just look behind in your life, how your actions have changed. If you think by assuming some person is not good,
So voice is not coming.
voice is not coming. Just a moment. Everyone?
No, sir. It is clear.
Okay, clear. Okay. Uh, I think if someone is facing voice problem, can reconnect. It can be individual issue. Okay. So when your actions are getting affected by your thoughts, you assume a person is not good and you look from that perspective, that prejudiced mindset that this person is not good, and your actions also get affected, isn't it? And your actions become your habit. See, the way you drive your vehicle, you know that you need to have control on your brakes, clutch, gear, and your habit is so. Just a moment, I will mute. Okay. So, how your driving habit has come because of your thought, attitude, and actions, that even on
Sir,
talking
you are
of
not audible.
Lakan Saab, I think you reconnect because others are able to hear. Just log off and again reconnect. Okay. So you are able to apply brakes, change the gears, even talking on phone. You have got into those correct habits. Obviously, when you are not developing correct habits, you may land in trouble. Talking on phone while driving vehicle may save you sometimes but not all the times. You will land in accidents situation because you are not in a correct habit. So habit can be correct and incorrect also. So if you are not knowing which kind of habits you are developing, you are heading for troubles. These are the checks one should have wisdom to understand as we progress in our life, which kind of habits we are developing, and the base goes to thoughts, attitude, and action. How that process is happening in your personality, because next step is, this is how we call personality. There is, easily we say, this and this person has got good personality. So parameters can be different. Some people may have parameter of only good talking ability as a measurement for good personality. Some people may judge the nature of a person and label that person as a good person, good personality. If someone has got a helping attitude, someone may label that person as a good personality. Someone is dashing, always helping you in troublesome situations. So, person to person, you may see change in perception, the way you see a good or bad personality. But the most important part is, if you are heading, let's come to specifics. We are heading for Defense Services Class 1 examination, where the Services Selection Board interview after your written part is a classic case of judging personality. So, this is a platform where your personality is checked. So, let's understand how we can shape our personality. So, those OLQs, if you start giving little bit thought to it, initiative or cooperation, adaptability, courage, stamina, so those OLQs, if you deliberate on those, understand its meaning, develop an attitude to adapt it in your personality, and slowly you will see. I will take one example. Like, there is one thing as initiative. How to check whether you have initiative or not? Suppose on road there is a obstacle in the middle of the road and you are passing by and you even did not thought of it, and there is another person who immediately removed that obstacle. It can be a stone or some object or something, and then an afterthought comes to your mind, अरे ये तो मैं भी कर सकता था, मेरे दिमाग में क्यों नहीं आया? सो लेट्स चेक कि क्या हम डे टू डे लाइफ में ऑब्जर्वेंट प्लस सेंसिटिव है. एंड इफ सी देर इज अ डिफरेंस, कुछ लोगों में बहुत नेचुरली होता है, कुछ में नहीं. तो डज इट मीन दैट कि आप सुधर नहीं सकते? इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. ओनली थिंग यू शुड हैव अ will टू learn something new every day. Come to your home, early morning, you get up, you straightway get up from your bed, and you are not sensitive enough कि अपना बेड खुद ही थोड़ा सा वो ठीक कर ले, और हम उठ के सीधा अपना तैयार होने लग गए. थोड़ी देर बाद घर का कोई और मेंबर, मदर, सिस्टर, ब्रदर, फादर, comes and sets up your bed and you see it. Two possibilities. One is you are insensitive, बचपन से अभी तक सोचा ही नहीं कि मेरा बेसिक काम मैं खुद भी कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ. लेकिन अब यू आर ग्रोन अप, नाउ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि कैन वी शेयर लिटिल बिट थिंग्स इन आवर होम, कैन वी डू एटलीस्ट बेसिक्स ऑफ आवर ओन थिंग्स. एंड हियर कम्स दैट basic thought of improving our personality. Personality will not shape up in one day. You see the process. There has to be a sensitivity, there has to be a thought, there has to be a realization. Then your attitude, action, habit changes, and you come to a stage of personality which is always changing. And that change can be positive, that change can be negative. We see in our society there are people who are negative, there are people who easily we can see positive. Why? This is the difference. Personality will change. You should be wise enough whether we are moving in correct directions or not. And then comes the way your personality is there, your destiny will be accordingly shaped, decided. In a blunt word, we will get what we deserve. And what is that deserving factor? How is your personality playing in real life? So when you are heading for SSB, you know that it is a biggest platform where communication is checked, your confidence is checked, how you talk is checked, your traits are checked. So let's understand its requirement and shape it. With these basics, let's move to next stage. Believing in yourself is the first secret to success. Unless and until you believe in yourself, how the other world, other people, forget about SSB, entire life, the people around you, how they will believe in you, how you will find your own success. So, my humble request, if you are aspiring to become defense officers, and that is a classic role of leadership, first understand believing in yourself. Start believing in yourself. Okay? Otherwise, you will not be able to improve. You will always be in dilemma. You will be always confused. You will never realize that you can do it. And that's why that label is there now. Do you have it in you? And if you don't believe that you have it in you or you can improve in you, how can you head for success? Okay, next slide. I hope it is visible. A little bit background to Lecturette, a task in GTO series. You just talk for 3 minutes on any given topic. Four options are there. You pick up one, and you are generally warned at 2.5 minutes, last 30 seconds, and it is finished. So just a small exercise, but it has got a very huge implications as far as your selection goes. And overall, your practice is very important towards it. So let's understand what is evaluated. Are you a potential leader? I am assuming you are able to see points on your screen. What is evaluated is the
Yes,
slide.
sir.
Yes, everyone
No,
is
sir,
able
it
to
is
see.
visible.
Not able to see?
No, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. So, are you a potential leader? You stand up there and you are seen as a potential leader. So, how do you stand? Come back to that first slide. Now, it is important to understand. I'm again back to that basic slide where a person is standing and facing the audience. GTO is sitting behind, just having own observations. So you must be able to have an eye contact. The eyes should be look glancing through the group's eyes, your members, your colleagues. You should not be looking at GTO because it gives some bad impression. You are concerned about your group members because they are your audience. You should be in a typical Vishram position. Your hands are behind. You should be having a body straight like a rod. You should have a perfect shape of body, which is signifying that you are fit. Chest out, stomach in should be ideal posture. Chin reasonably in a position where your eyes are able to make good contact with the group, and you should not be looking at one member. You should be glancing slowly so that everyone is engaged, because there are two types of communication. One, what you are speaking, and the second one is non-verbal, your facial expressions, your eyes, your emotions reflecting on your face, and the other body parts should not be moving, otherwise it will distract. At times you can bring your hands in front to gesture something or emphasize something, but again take back those hands quickly in a swift way behind. This is that typical understanding of standing in lecturette. Let's come to evaluation slide. Your self confidence should be visible. You should not be fumbling. You should be reasonably understanding कि मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस मुझे दिखाना है यहाँ पे, and I should not be compromising on it. So can it be achieved in one day? No. You have to really practice it. In the second step today, we will be doing this lecture at practice. Aim is that only. More and more you speak within a group, you will get that automatic confidence. We have seen these stages कि आपकी जो हैबिट्स है वो कैसे बनती है. Unless and until you put your practices, regular exercises, it will never become your habit. Okay, so more and more you practice, your self confidence generally develops, and you will not come to know also. You can apply same thing for many things. Suppose you are able to drive today. The confidence today was not on first day. Today you are not bothered whether you will fall down or you are not able to drive vehicle or cycle, whatever, because you have reached to that stage. Just a moment. You have reached to that stage where it has become a routine thing for you. Your ability to influence group in lecturate session is judged. Even in group discussion, it is applicable. How? When you talk to a group, when you are delivering your lecturate, the way you are talking, your content, your facial expression, and your own belief. At times it happens. Suppose one point we are giving and we are confused whether this point is correct or not. automatically your face shows those sign, anxiety or bluffing kind of thing. अरे मैंने कुछ गलत बोल दिया, and the audience also notice it. Okay. Power of expression. This is that typical OLQ which we see in the list, 15 OLQs. This is that one very very important factor, power of expression, which is quite evident in lecturette. It is evident in group discussion. It is evident in group planning exercise. It is evident in interview. And unless and until you understand, whenever you speak, you have that ability to express well. You are not confused. You are not mixing words. You are not beating around the bush. You are straight. You mean what you are talking, and you are not confused. And it will not happen in one day. Again, practices. Okay. Clarity of thoughts. This is connected, and behind the power of expression, that factor, ki how clear you are when you speak. You are not having any confusion whatever you are speaking. See, first and foremost, in those 3 minutes, nobody is saying you should speak this, you should speak that. It is your own discretion. Whatever points you are making, it is your own choosing. So don't choose those points. Firstly, don't choose a topic which is less practiced. You yourself is not confident about knowledge on it. So from that point till expression, you should be reasonably confident कि मैंने टॉपिक कौन सा लिया, मेरे कौन से पॉइंट्स मुझे कवर करने हैं, and then these all things will fall in place. It will be automatically well conducted. Okay. Determination to deliver under stress. Obviously, you are in an exam. Stress obviously will be there, but it has to have a limit. You cannot have a stress which is visible, which is shivering your body. GTO and other members are able to see that your legs are shaking. You are actually confused and frightened. So this determination to deliver under stress is general body posture and how do you stand. Are you really under control when you stand there and you are not frightened? In a typical word I am saying, you are not frightened. You're you're not shaking your legs, all those things. Okay. General awareness, that little bit GK part, whichever topic you are chosen and whatever content you are giving, that level is also important. You should not be talking, suppose you are NDA level, you should have that reasonable 12th level uh, content in that. But you are an engineer, you are a graduate level student, CDS, AppCat, INET, NCC special entry, you are expected better than 12th student. Your content cannot be childish. Your talking and body language has to have that age factor commensurate. That adjustment has to be there. You should be looking like appropriate to your age. Okay. Courage to speak in front of people. Obviously, it is a very very simple point to understand. When you stand there, some students are not able to reflect that good courage, and some are easily doing it because they are practiced well. Command and power in your speaking style. See, nobody is expecting you to talk like a commanding officer who is serving in Indian Army or Air Force or Navy, but glimpses of a confident student candidate. That is the expected line of confidence. Okay. So command and power, that means you are really talking like a confident student. Nothing beyond it. I hope so far so good. Now how to deliver. Next
Sir,
9 minutes. Yes.
sir, I have a doubt in the previous slide. Sir, can you please?
Okay, just a moment. I'm not able to see who is speaking because I'm
Sir, this is Farhad.
okay,
Sir,
okay.
what is the ability to influence group? I mean, sir, how does this work? Can you
Okay.
please say it?
Okay, okay. Parag, good question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a good question. As a beginner, many times we don't know how really it translates on ground. Ability to influence group. There are some natural factors. Someone has got a tall body, good physique, and that person comes in front of a group is already influenced. Another factor is a person starts speaking and has got a natural voice like Amitabh Bachchan. Even these small psychological factors has natural advantage for people. But what about those students? We will assume the benchmark as average student who are very average, आम आदमी, कि जिनके पास ना अच्छी वॉइस है, ना उनके पास हाइट है, ना उनके पास वैसी पर्सनैलिटी है जो देखते ही लोग आधे तो वैसे इन्फ्लुएंस हो जाते हैं. So, ability to influence group has got less concern with the natural things which you have by birth. Now come to how you apply in that particular session, and it is really applicable to all stages of SSB. Suppose I am delivering a lecturette on women empowerment and I am able to give statistics, the history, how the empowerment has evolved since independence at least. And in the introduction, I give such a fantastic start with statistics because I'm giving figures, I'm not talking in air. I'm talking about at the time of independence, so and so was the percentage of women education in the country. When we were in 1947, this was the facts and figures. Slowly, we had first woman prime minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and this was a significant showcase that in a democratic society, how woman empowerment can be achieved. It was a newborn state. And then coming to different classic examples, how we have CEOs today, you name it, you will not say बहुत अच्छा किया, लड़कियां भी लड़कों के कंधों से कंधा मिला के सब जगह काम कर रहे हैं. Not, it is not a, it is a generic language, verbose. When you give specific examples, we had recently second woman president getting into the chair of the topmost post of a democratic society, and that too from a tribal belt. Then coming to a lot of CEOs you can quote, lot of significant personalities, woman empowerment you can talk. And in the end, if you can tell few important suggestions in times to come, because have we really achieved the desired state? No. Today also in rural and tribal areas, we have got so many girl childs who are not really incorporated into the real empowerment of the woman. We have so many girls leaving schools at early age, getting early marriage in the rural and tribal belt. So if you give statistics, that is the classic way of influencing a group. You also take back your mind to classes. Any teacher who gives substantial content is the one who influences you more. Confident voice is uncompromisable. You cannot just speak and उनको सुनाई भी नहीं दे रहा है, उनको कान थोड़ा सा ध्यान से सुनना पड़ रहा है. So you are actually making them difficult to understand what you want to say. So you are taking it negatively for the influence. If you are not speaking in a because see in SSB you will be giving this lecture in outdoor. So in outdoor your voice has to be little high, pitch has to be high. Many a times a speaker is not able to understand कि मेरी आवाज ऑडियंस तक जा भी रही है कि नहीं, तो वो गलत है. तो influencing has got small factors, but the biggest factor is content. If your content is very good, well researched, well practiced, आपने बहुत बार उसकी प्रैक्टिस की है और आपने एक से एक बढ़ के एग्जाम्पल या ऐसा ओपिनियन एंड में दिया कंक्लूजन कि सबको लगा यार वेल सेड. Parag, I hope clear to you.
Yes, sir. Now it is clear. Thank you, sir.
Okay, because there are many small small points also. आप आके पैर हिला रहे हो, आप कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो, आप नर्वस नजर आ रहे हो, इन्फ्लुएंस नीचे जाएगा, सबको लगेगा यार ये तो ऐसे ही है। जैसे ही आप आके कॉन्फिडेंस स्टार्ट करते हो, इन्फ्लुएंस बढ़ेगा, एज सिंपल एज दैट। ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू हाउ टू डिलीवर। When you get four topics, you should be wise enough to choose it very, very. Just a moment, I'll just. हाँ, you saw four topics, you took a card, and उसमें से आप प्रैक्टिकल सेंसेस में नहीं, कुछ ऐसे माइंडसेट से टॉपिक सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो कि ओके इसमें से जो हाई फाई टॉपिक है, सो कॉल्ड हाई फाई, वो हम सिलेक्ट करते हैं। यू आर गोइंग रॉन्ग। टॉपिक ऐसा सिलेक्ट करना है जिसके बारे में आप बोल सको। टॉपिक कैन बी वेरी वेरी सिंपल, माई हॉबी कैन बी अ गुड टॉपिक, और उसी कार्ड पे इंडियन सैटेलाइट सिस्टम, डिफेंस बजट, देन टेक्नोलॉजी इन एग्रीकल्चर, एंड एक टॉपिक माई हॉबी है। आपको उन तीनों के बारे में पता तो है नहीं, आपने कभी प्रैक्टिस नहीं की है। आई एम अज्यूमिंग द वर्स्ट केस ऑफ अ कैंडिडेट कि ये तीन टॉपिक में कभी प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं की, और माई हॉबी देख के ऐसा लगा कि यार ये क्या टॉपिक है, इस पे बोलूंगा तो मैं सिलेक्ट ही नहीं होऊंगा। ऐसा नहीं है, आप वहाँ कितना अच्छा बोलोगे उस पे सिलेक्शन है। आपका चार में से टॉपिक कोई भी लो, इट शुड बी योर बेस्ट टॉपिक टू स्पीक। इट इज नॉट द वे टू इन्फ्लुएंस बाय सिलेक्टिंग मोस्ट साइंटिफिक, इकोनॉमिक्स रिलेटेड, डिफेंस रिलेटेड, टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड टॉपिक। नो, ideally if you can select a topic which is tougher one and you have a confidence कि मुझे इसके बारे में बहुत कुछ पता है, that is ideal. But don't make a suicide there by selecting a tough looking topic and standing there and finishing in 1 minute, क्योंकि है ही नहीं कुछ बोलने के लिए। तो चूज योर टॉपिक वाइजली एंड मेक इट क्लियर टू योर माइंड कि आप कौन सा टॉपिक सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो। इट हैज़ गॉट लेस रिलेवेंस, इसलिए चार दिए, नहीं तो एक ही पकड़ाते आपको। तो सिलेक्शन ऑफ टॉपिक, सिलेक्ट वेयर यू कैन स्पीक द बेस्ट। So it can be a simple topic from your card also. Okay, delivery style and posture, I explained. Do not look at GTO. Eye contact with group, very very important, because this is that influencing factor जो अभी फरहाद ने पूछा। Can you really engage them with a strong eye contact, confidence? कोई टीचर क्लास में आता है and who is so टेरर मेकिंग, लाइक उससे सब डरते हैं, वो आने के बाद अपना मुंह भी नहीं खोलता है, लेकिन आंखों के द्वारा जब आई कांटेक्ट करता है, कुछ कहने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। तो इन दैट सेंस आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग हियर, बट when your content is good and you are looking at only one person in the group, which inadvertently happens, you are loosening your influence. But when you are glancing through everyone's eyes, you are actually engaging them effectively, and you are making an effective communication with them with both verbal and non-verbal. I hope this point has to be very very clear to everyone. Effective engagement, both verbal and non-verbal. Verbal is the way you are speaking, जो content है वो सब कुछ, and non-verbal is your facial expression, your eye contact, the way you are standing, hand gesture in between, वो जो बॉडी लैंग्वेज है वो आपका नॉन वर्बल है। टाइम डिसिप्लिन, नेवर स्पीक more than that assigned time, never close too early, you should be plus minus 5-10 seconds, 3 minutes, और स्मूथ आपका फिनिश होना चाहिए। टाइम डिसिप्लिन इज अ इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर, यू शुड बी एबल टू फिनिश इन टाइम। कुछ लोग कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते, बहुत आता है बहुत बोलने लग गए, you are losing your chance. Your facial appearance has to be confident, and speech modulations, this is an art प्रैक्टिस से कर सकते हो। थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे जैसे जैसे एम्फेसाइजिंग पॉइंट है उसमें थोड़ा ऊपर चले गए, और जो थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल पॉइंट है उसमें रिदम में चलते रहे। बीच में कोई अच्छा पॉइंट आता है उसके लिए थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस दे के बोला, कोई फैक्ट्स एंड फिगर्स है, ये थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस डेलिब्रेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, नेचुरली बन जाएगी आपकी हैबिट इफ यू आर रियली कॉन्शियस अबाउट इट। ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू टिप्स। Speaking in English, no alternative. As far as SSB interview concerned, practice in English. Okay, more and more speaking in your group, in your family. If you are alone, you can have a self-recording video and keep practicing it. Select companions. It can be two, three, four, whatever group you can make. Or this is also a forum where we are having companions. Read newspapers, articles. Today it is very easy. You are in the internet age. Unlike my time, we had just newspapers and magazines. We had no internet. So today it is very easy. You can have your own selection of good reading. Speak at least one topic daily. कितना टाइम लगता है? 5 मिनट। एक टॉपिक लिया, थोड़ा बहुत ऑर्गेनाइज किया, ग्रुप में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, अकेले कर रहे हो, लेकिन वैरायटी ऑफ टॉपिक तैयार करना है तो करो। 24 घंटे में से 5 मिनट नहीं दे सकते तो कैसे हो सकता है? बिकॉज दिस वन एक्सरसाइज इज सॉर्टिंग आउट मेनी थिंग्स। आपका नॉलेज बढ़ रहा है, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ रहा है, आप ओवरऑल तैयार हो रहे हो, पर्सनैलिटी शेप हो रही है। 24 घंटे में से 5 मिनट क्लास वन बनने के लिए नहीं दोगे तो कैसे होगा फिर? तो यू आर नॉट सीरियस इन योर अप्रोच। यू कैन स्टैंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ मिरर, यू कैन हैव वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग, टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करो, एंड यू कैन हैव डेली प्रैक्टिस, almost daily practice. Okay, and for lecture topic, divide your speech in three parts. You need not to highlight it. It is generally in this pattern: introduction by giving quote or by giving some particular example, by giving prelude or some kind of historical thing to your topic. So well begun is half done. You come to main body. Here you expand, you elaborate, and everything you know you are trying to summarize there. And the conclusion, the way you started, you should be landing smoothly. You should be giving some opinion. See, you are in a leadership test. Can you give your original, some at least some thought? एक भी दोगे तो बहुत है। कुछ ओरिजिनल सजेशन, ओपिनियन, योर व्यू ऑन इट, and that is ideal. Okay, so these are the three stages, and in the end, this is the summary of it. An army of sheep led by a lion can defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. This is the philosophy of leadership. This is the philosophy of tomorrow's war, even yesterday's war. And any difficult situation, you need a leader who can handle it well. Okay, it is not the subordinates, it is the leadership which will actually decide the outcome of any tough situation. There are ample examples in the history where leaders were weak and they lost. Team was good. It happens on sports also. Sports field, you see it. Leader ki wrong decisions, team loses. Leader is strong, average team wins. This is that thing which you must keep in your mind, that we are in a test, we are in a journey of making leadership as part of our personality, and we should be able to make it correctly. Any question? Any question from anyone? So we will take 2 minutes break and then we'll come to lecture it.